Let me show you how I grow corn all year round in my home garden. My home garden is in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. So first things first, I have some corn seeds with me that I've had for a while, and I always save or store my corn seeds in a wine bottle because I know that it is airtight. So these corn seeds are from a reputable company. So once I buy my seeds, I remove them from the seed pack after I open, and then I pour them into this wine bottle and collect the seeds whenever I want. You're probably wondering why the color of these corn seeds are not yellow or white, but instead pink. So this pink color is for preservatives only, so that it will last longer. So I have two methods that I use in sowing my seeds. I either plant directly in the ground, that is where I want to plant, where I want to grow my corn. I put 2 to 3 seeds in the ground in case in case one don't germinate, I have two, and if two germinates, I can easily take out one and transfer to another space. And another method is just to load a whole lot of seeds in the ground, seeds that I am not sure will germinate. So I just put all of them in the ground gently like this, and then cover with soil. And then if they sprout, obviously, because I've had these seeds for over a year, not all of them will sprout, and that is why I'm actually putting them in the ground like this. So when they sprout, what I do is to collect the ones that have sprouted and then distribute them in the spaces that I want them to grow. There are 3 things you must provide for your corn to grow really well. One of those things are food, which is manure. You need to make sure that your soil is rich in manure, in organic matter. You can either use compost or whatever it is that you use to fertilize your soil. I grow my food strictly organic, so I use a lot of chicken manure, rabbit manure. I make my own compost. I make my own liquid organic fertilizer, which I have shared here on this channel as well. So you want to make sure that your soil is rich in organic matter. Please do not be stingy with that. So the second thing that you would also need for your corn to grow is water. So this is why some local farmers do not grow corn all year round, and it feels like corn is seasonal. Corn is not seasonal. All it needs is water for it to grow. So you need to constantly water your corn plants every day. If need be, please water twice a day, once in the evening, once in the morning. But if you're in a region that rains constantly, then you do not have to worry about water. In a place like Port Harcourt, River State, where I am, it rains almost all through the year, except for December, January, and then halfway February. It doesn't rain, then I'll have to start watering by myself. So the next thing you want to consider when planting your corn is sunlight. You need sunlight when growing corn. Make sure that you are growing corn under direct sunlight. No shade, no partial shade, just right under direct sunlight. The next thing that you need to do is also time apart. If you want to make sure that you're going to continue to harvest corn all year round, then you need to time your planting. So you can have a really small space but still grow corn and harvest corn all year round. So what you want to do is plant them 2 to 3 weeks apart. Like I am putting this seedling in the ground now, I can wait for another 2 to 3 weeks before I start new seeds, or I can start new seeds now, so that in 2 to 3 weeks I'll have seedlings that I want to transplant into another space. So what this means is I'm sowing sweet corn seeds 2 to 3 weeks apart, so that way I always have to harvest sweet corn all year round. One very important tip I must share with you while growing corn is never plant corn in the same space that you have harvested your corn. For example, when you have harvested this set from this bed, Don't prepare the soil and try to plant corn again in the same space. Instead, find a new space to plant your next batch. That is called crop rotation, because you do not want to bring in any pest or disease from the previous batch into this new batch. So always practice crop rotation when it comes to planting corn, as with almost every other plant, to be honest. So make sure that after transplanting every seedling or even sowing any seed, you are watering immediately so that you can keep the roots hydrated to avoid any serious transplant shock. So you want to water your corn seedlings generously. Remember that to keep your corn growing all year round, one of the things that you need to do is to keep watering your corn. If possible, water twice a day, especially during the dry season, because that's what I had to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you also implement all of these things that I have said in this video into growing your own corn perfectly. Corn is not seasonal like we always thought it was. It just requires a few things for you to be able to have your corn growing in your home garden all year round. I mean all year round, because this is what I have been doing for so many years, and it has worked for me, because every month I get to harvest sweet corn or whatever type of corn that I want to grow in my garden. And people keep asking me, how do you grow corn all year round? So I decided to make this video to show everyone how I grow corn all year round. Thank you for watching. Bye.